What's up, YouTube? It's me, Unruly, and what a day! What a day! I got this, ladies and gentlemen. I got this. It's Mortal Kombat, and you're gonna see this address, but this address is our PO box. That's where we get mail time, and it's addressed to me. I'm honestly blown away. I'll tell you a funny story about this, right? So, excuse me, I'm at our P.O. box, and, I went to go pick up some stuff because I'm putting together a Spider Sona, cool Spider-Man, my own version of Spider-Man, and, so I have this purple and black Spider-Man, so I ordered some stuff, and it came in, and I was looking at our P.O. box, right, and we have a place where we get our letters, and I saw a black letter. I saw just literally black, and I honestly thought it was some kind of junk mail. So I'm like, I won't pick that up. I was excited to get some of the pieces of my Spider-Man costume. Then the next day, I see I see a few posts of people tweeting about this, and I'm like, wait, what? Oh my God, is that our invitation? Is that our invitation? And I'm like, oh my God. That was the invitation. Excuse me. Like, that was the invitation. Oh, what do I do? What? And then I call the P.O. box and I'm like, sir, is there a all black letter in our mailbox? And I'm like, the guy, and then I wait and the guy's like, yes. And I'm like, oh my God, that was the letter. And I immediately text Max and I'm like, Max, your invitation is at the P.O. box right now, and I'm at work, and I can't get it, and I get out too late. I'm like, I was just happy. I just wanted to see this invitation. I just wanted to see it with my own eyes and look at the stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want to see it. I want to see it, because it was going to be for Max for sure. And Max was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Kenny, super busy with, some stuff. And I'm like, dang it, So I'm like, shoot. Oh, well, maybe I can get off. And I tried to get off work in time. And I had the key to get in, but I don't have the key to get in after hours. There was another key, was moving, so I didn't have it. So I'm like, no, I had to wait. But then I could peek through and I could see, there's a black envelope there. It is so close. And, I just wanted to see it. I was going to, and then I came today and I was going to pick it up and deliver it to Max, right? I was going to deliver it to Max. I was like, yo, here you go, leave it on his desk. And I open it and it says my name. My name. And I'm like, what? To me, man, that is so crazy that I am lucky enough to get one of these things because, people are like, oh my God, people thought when I left it there that I wasn't going to get invited, but I got emails and stuff, and there's a lot of cool things that are going to happen at the event. That is going to be awesome. I don't know any details of what's going to be shown or stuff like that, but they've given an outline of hey, here's what's going to go on. Here's, so there's going to be amazing things that are going to come from my channel, Max's channel, the stream afterward. But if you would have told 12-year-old or 13-year-old Kenny, that he would receive a personal invitation to go to this worldwide event and get a little cool thing, I would have said, get out of here, dude. You are crazy, because I was such a huge MK fan, growing up as a kid. It was my life. The majority of my friends I have today, and it's weird. A lot of the things I have in my life today is due to Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2 came out and I was in school, and all I would ever do is talk about MK. And there was no internet, so you had to literally talk to people about it. So anyone who would talk to me about Mortal Kombat was my friend, and they're still my friends to this day, man. To this day! To this day! To this day! They're still my friends. Steve was one of them, man. Back in high school, there was a Mortal Kombat machine, and we'd go be playing Mortal Kombat, before class or after class, or sometimes during class. Don't tell my mama. But like back in, when I was younger, like, when MK2 was out, we would talk about, like, we would be like, drawing Mortal Kombat, making little, what is it? Doing little animations, little stick figure animations of fatalities and fighting and all that stuff. And we do that all the time. And like, I remember, because all my friends, we'd like, oh my God, dude, I heard there was a fatality where you turn into, Goro and stuff. Like, we'd talk about rumors that were spread all the time, like all kinds of crazy stuff. And about Ermac, we'd talk, yo, there's a character named Ermac and he turns you into a duck. Like crazy things like that we used to talk about too with all my friends. And like, till this day, I'm still friends with those guys because we just talked about and played Mortal Kombat. One of my best friends, Manny, dude, it was just because we just played MK. We like traded secrets and tips and stuff like that. Like, he told me about the Mortal Kombat 2 loop with Jax, so you can like almost beat the game with one credit. And then I taught him about the one in Mortal Kombat 3 with Smoke. And how I got into Yovideogames is because of Mortal Kombat, is because I loved Mortal Kombat. I never gave up on Mortal Kombat. And, back in the day when Mortal Kombat was like in the PS2 era and like even the UMK3 era and all that kind of stuff, it was kind of laughed at. It's like all these other, like Capcom games and all these other things. They were like, no, man, it's all about, Mortal Kombat. Huh? Please, that game is whack and all this stuff. And like, but I stayed true to it. I stayed true to MK, and always, when I was in school, funny story, I'll go back to that other one, that's how my brain works. I typed, I put in combat codes on my backpack strap. I would have combat codes from UMK3, and then on the back in whiteout, I put MK on my back. And like, I remember going through the bus a couple of times, some gangsters would be like, yo, cuz, what's up, cuz? What's the MK mean? And I was like, Mortal Kombat? They're like, ah, and they laughed at me, bro. They laughed at me. But I had an M, like, like in nice letters I could write. I wrote MK on my back, wrote combat codes down the strap of my back. Like that's how dedicated I was. But going back, I met all my friends. I learned that's the game that wanted me to get into drawing, so I'd always draw the Mortal Kombat characters. And then, we meet Max. I like all fighting games too. Don't get me wrong, I love them all. Steve's known Max. We met Max like a bunch of times. We used to go to this gamer house, and I'd always be playing MK and repping MK. And MK9 came out, and Max was, it was okay, it was cool. And then Injustice was coming out, and he was like kind of interested. He's like, yo, this game looks really cool, and he always knew that Steve and I were really big Mortal Kombat fans, and then that's how it started. Literally, that's how the second generation of Yovideogames started, is because of Mortal Kombat and, my love for it and Steve's love for it. And, because when Injustice was coming out, Max like, dude, I want to learn this. I want to learn some MK. And he hits up Steve, and Steve is like, yeah, man, dude, we gotta get Kenny. Because Kenny, dude, super Mortal Kombat guy. He's got all the knowledge and all the stuff down, and I got all the combos. So Max is like, all right, yeah, man, you and Kenny come over and teach me some Mortal Kombat 9. And that was like that was the very first video featuring me and Steve, and this was early Yovideogames, so there was no camera. It was just our voices, and we just recorded stuff, and we taught Max Mortal Kombat. And then forward on to a little later, those videos did well. So people were like, hey, those guys are cool, man. I like those guys. Who are those guys? Some people liked us, some people didn't like us because they were new. And then Injustice comes out, and we start streaming, and people like, yeah, these guys are cool. We like the group thing. And that's how Yovideogames came to be, because of Mortal Kombat. And I never stopped playing Mortal Kombat. And now this. I get this with my name, so I have to thank Steve. I have to thank Max. It's crazy, man. Like all these years, I never stopped. I loved it. I bought every single one, and yeah, now I get this invitation. So I promise to bring you guys more Mortal Kombat content. And yeah, and we will be opening up this letter mail time this weekend on the Max stream, and then Max got his own too. So we'll be opening, we'll open them up. We'll show what's inside. We'll talk about the event. It's gonna be cool. So make sure to tune in. Coming up. Yeah, guys. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to my Mortal Kombat 2 letter acceptance speech. Right? That's how big of a nerd I am. That's how much I love this game. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna make some more videos and stream. Peace out, guys. Thank you for listening to this story, and peace.